Hi, I'm Yappo.
And I'm Agent Green Club.
And welcome to Grim Dawn.
Yeah, it's a super cool game. It's a ARPG made by the same guys who did Titan Quest.
So
You are, oh, go ahead.
I have not played very much Grim Dawn. Maybe I've put 10 hours into it, which is weird because I actually backed it on Kickstarter and all that fun stuff. But you have put like hundreds of hours into this game. Right?
Yeah, I didn't back on Kickstarter because I'm a poor and I don't really normally ever back anything. But I have like 400 hours into it or so. So I'm a pretty big fan.
Also, we should discuss the reason this is video 0 is because we're going to be doing some weird stuff, right?
Yeah, there's a way you can get a little bit of a head start on the game and achieve some stuff that you wouldn't normally be able to, which requires using some of the DLC content and yada yada, and look at you getting distracted and picking things up, and I'm already off doing things that are important.
I really like shiny things, alright? I'm like, ooh, piece candy.
And, so what we gotta do is we have to hit level 2, and there's a nice easy way to hit level 2, which is to read a couple books that you can find out in the field. Also, should mention that this is post-commentary, and most of the stuff we're going to do is not post, but we had a problem with the audio.
Yeah, I've never had problems doing like video recording and stuff in the past, and for some reason when we started up this round, like everything just went to complete shit.
Oh my god, your color is weird. I mean, I just mean that. Well, I'm seeing your video, right? Normally, I only see my end.
Right.
And your yellows and your purples and your greens do not look like my yellows, purples, and greens.
I don't know. I mean, I think it looks all right, but
yeah, I mean that's fine. But yeah, anyway, and since you didn't have instant loot, you didn't get a sword. Correct. So there. So we hit level 2, and we grabbed that sword, which is I kind of wanted, for reasons. And now we're gonna go hop into Crucible. And the reason we're doing this is there's a type of, I want to say currency or like level up sort of thing called devotion points, and you get 55 devotion points maximum. That's how many you need. And in the first 2 difficulties, across all the content, there's 50 shrines available, and then the last 5 shrines are in the hardest difficulty mode. So if you go into Crucible and you get some of these, and you get 5 of these points early, you'll actually have the max number of points at the end of the second difficulty, which is good because the third difficulty is way fucking harder. So we kind of like to do this just to get these devotion points out of the way. Is what we're doing basically.
So this is just kind of a way to cheese the system and get a nice head start.
Yeah, we're just it's going to give us a nice little head start, and then we'll be good to go.
And for some reason, every time Agent joins or leaves the game, it like sort of freezes for like 10 seconds. I don't know if it's just the netcode thing or my particular internet or what, but it's a pain in the ass.
And we're gonna have some fun internet problems in these first couple of videos that we did solve. I think by the time we get to video 2, it's fixed.
Yes.
But video 0 and 1 is kind of funny. So one of the things you want to do early on in this game is because some skills just kind of scale better than others. You basically pick like one of the best AoE skills you can find for your class and max the fuck out of it, and then go back and change it later. And so like for the first 20 levels or something, you just a one-button wonder. It's real good. My guy's got skeletons. This is video 0, so I mean I think at this point everyone who's still watching it should fuck off and go watch video 1 because the rest of this is going to be boring.
The rest of this video is just literally us grinding these devotion points. So,
yeah, it's what? How long has this video got left? 20 minutes? Yeah, it's about 20 minutes. It's not the Crucible itself is an arena of spawning monsters. There are different towers you can upgrade to get defenses. There's different buffs you can get. Past certain numbers of waves, enemies start to become really fucking difficult, and they get bonuses and crazy mods, and it spawns in multiple bosses at a time for you to fight, and everything's really crazy. But that's later on. At the beginning, it's just gonna spawn some monsters in, and we're gonna beat them up, and then after we do 10 waves, we're gonna get a devotion point.
So yeah, we won't be continuing any of the like main quest or main game for the rest of this video. So if that's all you care about, we'll see you in the next video.
Yeah, and in the next video, we're even going to have, like, starting over. Like, we're just going to basically go through the first part again. This is almost just bonus content to show why we're too powerful at the very beginning of the video. So the reason we hit level 2 is because otherwise we would have to do all 10 waves with just right clicks, because you don't actually get any experience mid-wave. You only get experience between waves. Or actually, I should say sets of waves. So like after 10 waves, we gain experience. And the first wave, we only have 2 skill points into things. You have 2 points in Devouring Swarm, I have 2 points into Skeletons, and it kind of takes a little while.
Yeah, it's like, okay, shoot a Devouring Swarm, run around while it recharges. Okay, shoot another one, run around.
Exactly. Devouring Swarm's really good, as are my Skeletons are doing work, but you'll see what'll happen as soon as we finish this wave. We'll hit like level 9 or something, which will give us like 18 more points to play with, or 19 more points to play with, and then we'll max out whatever button we have, and the next wave will be a joke.
Yeah, I kept forgetting too I had Devouring Swarm, so I was like, oh, I'm just gonna click on things all the time.
Yeah, it's Devouring Swarm's real good. With only 2 points in it, it's not like great. I'm sure you noticed later on it becomes like amazing.
Yeah,
but,
although actually I think, spoilers, I switched from Devouring Swarm to a different thing in the second video.
That's because you have a really short attention span.
That's true, I do. That's why I have trouble with like, ooh, shiny piece of equipment, I'm just gonna stop and look at this.
Yeah, which is not something I do a lot. I tend to pick up a gigantic pile of shiny equipment and then go look all over it all at once, rather than stopping at every single one.
Yeah, but then how do you know which one's the best?
Well, you figure it out in town. I mean, you take 2 minutes to figure it out, rather than taking 2 minutes to figure out every individual piece. Because a lot of stuff you can just kind of look at and go, yeah, okay, this is a 2-handed axe, I don't even fucking need this.
So, I, for this one, found a nice build for a, basically, lightning double pistol wielder. So I will eventually, hopefully, have a couple pistols and just shit lightning everywhere. And you, I think, are going just a straight minion build?
Yeah, it's straight minions. It's not like a hybrid where like I'm expected to like cast damage abilities. I'll be casting debuffs and CC abilities, but that's about it. I'll go into more detail on what my build is in video 1, because that's like the one that matters.
That's true.
This is like I had a problem the other day. I had to shut down. I had an internet business for a while. It was a chicken dating service, but I had to close down shop because it was difficult to make ends meet.
Wow.
So that's the kind of quality commentary I want for this video 0, to make people stop watching it. It's basically just it's just included so people know what the heck we did to do this. Especially because actually this is part of the reason we are doing this thread now, is because someone asked in the LP request thread, they're like, hey, could you do this thing? And they wanted like 100% like how to break open Grim Dawn sort of thing. So I said, yeah, I can do that.
You've done well.
So we in order to get rewards, we tell fuck off, we don't want to do another 10 rounds, and he'll give us a little bit more XP. The doors behind him will open up. We'll talk to the dude over here on the left that I'm talking to right now, and that will be the guy who gives us a devotion point.
And in the meantime, we just dump all of the points into whatever skill we were using. And I forget what I'm doing, so...
Yeah, so the most effective you can be early on is to just dump all of your points into that. So let's talk a little... Well, no, we'll leave that in video 1. I was going to talk about how Grim Dawn like skills worked and stuff, but this is video 0. We don't give good information in video 0.
Yeah. Although I do like the idea when devs put in things like the Crucible, so you can just go and fuck around and try out stuff, and just I'm tired of doing like actual questing stuff. I just want to murder enemies. And
yeah, and the Crucible, if you play it on the highest difficulty and you can actually clear it in a reasonable amount of time, it's one of the better farming methods in the game. So it's not even like a bad way to spend your time. Also, at this point, I don't realize that Yappo has an instance loot, so it looks like I'm just like hoovering up everything, but that's because I don't realize like I'm supposed to be sharing.
It's really not a big deal.
No, it's not. It's all level 0 sort of stuff. Okay. Look at all of this thinking you're doing. Oh, this
Yeah.
is painful.
Yeah, I know. I gotta get better at that.
Yeah, you asked me if I had any like good two-handers, and I was like, yeah, sure, take this fuck off mace.
And I think that's the last of it for now. At least for a while. Although every time, like, I would try and, I think, look at my inventory every time between rounds to be like, oh, what do I need? What's happening? And Agent would just run and start a new match, or a new round immediately.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, I just want to get through this, like, especially because we just got all these levels, all these skills, right? So we went from your devouring swarm went from doing like 10 damage to doing like 1,000 damage or something. Like it scales crazy. So instantly we're going to go from like kind of not struggling exactly, but kind of taking a bit of time to do this, to everything is going to just die hilariously quickly.
Always helpful. What am I doing? God, this is awful. At the time, I was just like, no, this is fine, whatever. But now looking back at it, this is like, this is tedious.
Oh, what, the arena or you and your inventory?
Both.
Okay, I'm gonna mostly just say it's your inventory. So one of the coolest things, never mind. I was gonna give some information, but no, this is video 0. I'm just gonna have to re-explain everything I explained.
Should have just posted it without commentary. Just be like, well, here's what we did to start. We'll see you guys back when there's real videos. Yeah,
so now it's at the point where you can basically cast Devouring Swarm and just run away and have faith that whatever the heck you cast it on is dead now.
I'm out of energy.
Yeah, it does a lot of damage at this point.
Yeah. So I got skeletons. They're big now. You can see there's like a gigantic one running around throwing fireballs.
Although because I did level it up all the way, my mana is a bit of an issue at this point.
Yeah. You have mana potions on you.
I do, but I forgot they were a thing for a while, because I'm the kind of person who hoards like every potion and like modifier, gem, whatever I can possibly find until I absolutely 100% am sure I need to use it.
I was playing with my guy who's like max level and like doing some endgame stuff. And I don't actually use enough health and mana potions. Like, I use more than I find. And because you automatically hoover them up when you walk over them, I oftentimes have, like, points where I'll just end up throwing an entire full, like, max stack away. Because they keep filling up my inventory.
How rude of them.
So this is number 2, and we gotta do this a whole total of 5 times. We're gonna run out of things to say pretty fast, but...
Let's talk about birds.
Okay. I like parrots. I'm a big fan.
Do you like regular parrots or the baby parrots?
When you say baby parrots, you mean like the regular ones who are babies, or you just mean like small ones?
I mean like conures and the other assorted tiny parrots.
Oh yeah, like they're all good. They all have different pluses and minuses. All parrots have different personalities. Like, you know, these are kind of known to be X, Y, or Z, and that's kind of important in pets to purchase a bird based on kind of what he's going to do for you, like personality-wise. Especially because they live for like 80 goddamn years.
That's the nice part about the like conures and stuff, is they only live like 20 or 30 years. But that's still a long fucking time.
It's still a long fucking time. Look at you, left this one guy alive and are delaying me. Like, I'm trying to talk to the dude, and there was a guy you missed.
He wasn't in the range when I did the Devouring Swarm, so I forgot he was there.
Yeah, so we get some more XP. We're gonna end at level 13, I think. So you can tell that we instantly jumped from like 1 to 10 in like 2 waves, and like the next 3 waves are only gonna take us from 10 to 13. So if you want to like use this as like a main leveling method, it's actually kind of slow.
And since we're already level 10, we're basically both just ignoring yellow items from here on out.
Yeah. Yeah, there is an argument to be made to, like, look over everything, because sometimes you might find, like, a yellow item that's better than the green item you have, and yeah, you know what? At level 10, it doesn't matter. If you're level 95 and you're trying to maximize your equipment, yeah, sure, whatever, go fucking crazy. But at level 10, everything's eyes on one hit anyway, who cares?
And I believe Inquisitor and Necromancer are the 2 new classes for the DLC, so I will be actually playing an Inquisitor mix eventually, but...
Yeah. And I'm a Necromancer mix, which is good and cool.
Yeah, you fucking love those skeletons.
I love pet builds. I love them.
Come on, click the button.
Look at you, like, thinking.
Click the button past me.
Post in the thread if you want Yappo to fucking know how to play the game.
Wow, that's rude.
Yeah.
Well, I found, like, so this is actually our second attempt at this LP, because I'm dumb and bad. But initially I found a guy that was like, do this first, then this, and had, like, full-on, like, guide to how you're supposed to do it all.
Like, let me, here, take my hand, I will lead you by the nose through all the levels.
And the new guide I found for this cool class I want to play is just like, yeah, just do this and this, and like half of it's jargon that I don't understand because I don't play this game.
Yeah, it's pretty bare bones. It's pretty just like, hey, do XYZ, done. Which is really like, if you know how to play, it's like all you really need to know. But if you have no idea what you're doing, it can be a little confusing. It's sort of like, let's make a baking metaphor. It's sort of like if you read a recipe and it just gives you a list of ingredients and the words biscuit method. Right? And if you know how to bake, like, that's plenty. But if you don't know how to bake, you're just confused.
Yeah, I'm confused right now, actually.
Yeah, I bet you are.
I love baked goods, though, so that would probably be... I need to take up baking, just so I have fresh baked goods at hand at all times.
I think knowing how to cook is something I think everyone should know. Like, at least a basic, I can follow a recipe and make something tasty.
Yeah, I mean, I know how to cook and stuff, but, like, baking is an entirely different animal with your precision and stuff.
Yeah, so so when I say knowing how to cook, I don't know how far into knowing how to cook you need to go. It kind of depend on you. I know how to cook pretty well. I cook a lot.
I'll make my wife do it, so...
Yeah, that's a recent development, though. Before that, would you just eat ramen?
Made my girlfriend do it. And then before that, I ate a bunch of really terrible, stereotypically Midwestern casseroles kind of things.
just buy like a slow cooker, and then you've solved all your problems.
Oh yeah, I did that a lot too. I'd make the stroganoff in my slow cooker and stuff. Because it's stupid easy.
It is. So this is the part of the video where you struggle to find things to kill while I murder everything.
By you mean your swarm of skeleton minions murders
everything?
Look,
they're an extension of me. I'm going to take credit for everything they do. Just because it's not me actually dealing the buttons. Like, you don't do any damage either, it's just the flies you shoot out. How's that feel?
Yeah, but I conjure I guess that's... Damn it, that argument works for you too. Son of a bitch. Oh, well.
Oh, well. Alright, 3 down, 2 to go. Almost done.
This seemed to go so fast at the time, and now this is just tedious.
Yeah, like, I don't expect people to actually like, watch this. Like, that's why you should probably just post episode 1. And then, like, as an aside, like, at the same time, by the way, here's an episode 0, just if you're wondering why we're not level 1.
Yeah, we'll just talk about it at the start of the, episode 1 and be like, hey, if you actually... Like, you missed, like, 2 lines of dialogue... and 1 little, like, note, and if you don't care about that, here's why we're high level, and we're just gonna move on.
Right. And we end up kind of bombing through the video, or through the act up to town. There's not much reason to take it slow when everything's 10 levels below us.
When your skeletons kill things while they're off screen, because I'm just too slow, or get distracted by something, or hung up on geometry somewhere.
It's okay, because you get to kill things every time I disconnect.
I tried not to kill too much stuff while you were disconnected.
Yeah. Oh man, I forgot we had a problem with like that quest syncing up too. Oh jeez. That's okay. There'll be plenty to talk about in episode 1 because we can talk about like how devotion points work, how the attribute system works, how the skills work, what your build's going to be, what my build's going to be, all that sort of shit. But right now we mostly get a laugh as skeletons murder the fuck out of everything. And bugs. I mean, your bugs are super effective too. It's just that, you got to get to them first.
Yeah, how many skeletons you have? 5 skeletons now?
Probably 6, but maybe it looks like 5.
Just quick counting there looked like 5, but...
Yeah, 5 sounds about right.
And there's only one of me running around shooting stuff.
Yeah, and the skeletons all one-shot things for the most part. if I was playing single player, they would definitely one-shot things. But some things it's a little bit tougher right now. But still, like, look at that, like, just bugs, dead things.
I don't know why I'm trying to kite enemies together for devouring swarms instead of just being like, screw it.
It's because it costs like a quarter of your mana bar to cast.
That's probably why. Run around, let the mana regen a little bit, get everybody closer together.
Yeah, you're kind of like a physical damage, you know, gun class. So you're not going to have like a massive mana pool or anything. So you're not even going to be sinking points to Spirit early on to help you cast this spell.
Yeah.
Not generally. So.
I mean, I'm going to start focusing on, basically I'll just keep this or a similar skill to launch enemies and then just focus on starting to do where I can shoot people real good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, eventually we'll get to the point where you actually shoot things. I could actually go check my Grim Dawn stash right now while this video is going. And see if I actually have any lightning like guns at low levels.
I think
I probably don't. I don't have that much low level stuff. Mostly I just collected the high level stuff.
later on, I think I find actually a lightning two-handed ranged weapon.
Yeah, but that was one. It was a two-handed, and also it wasn't like a mythical or anything. It was just a random green.
It was a blue.
But
We'll see.
I need to look. I need to search. I want to search for ranged one-handeds. Oh.
I'm assuming you didn't collect very many of those because, from what I understand, range has been super shitty up until recently.
I collect everything. Like, there's no reason to not collect everything.
Gotcha.
Okay, that's I got some fire ones. I got some like physical ones. I have lightning ones, but they're like high level ones.
Gotcha.
I use a program to just like dump everything into a thing, so I don't have to like care about what I'm putting in. I just put everything in.
It's like TQ Defiler.
All right, there you go. I have at level 58. I have one. But yeah, it's basically TQ Defiler. It's a great program for if you want to collect all your stupid shit.
Does it let you also do the whole, oh, I have one set of this item, dupe the other item sets? Do the other items in the set?
No, the program doesn't let you cheat. It does. There are a few ways you can make it. You can let it cheat. You can edit how much money you have. You can also duplicate items. So like, when I've taken an item out, I don't actually take the item out. I just make a copy of it. But
Gotcha.
because, you know, it's the sort of thing. It's like, yeah, I found it once. I deserve to use it. I already put the time in to find it with the one time. I need to find it every time.
I deserve this.
Yeah, basically. I can't. I like none of my characters are actually like max best in slot geared, right? So like even keeping all the items, it's not like I end up with like the greatest of everything. I do have. I think for most of my characters, I have like of the 10 items you can equip, I have like 3 of them that are like best in slot. But then a lot of the other stuff is just kind of like middling.
You're kind of middling.
That's true.
This was an awful idea. Why did we do this?
Yeah, you don't have the patience. You don't have the patience to do post commentary for anything.
That's true. I have the patience to do post commentary for like interesting stuff, but this is
the rest of it's fine. Like we're just burning time here.
yeah, that's true. We'll actually be able to talk about stuff, I guess, in the real videos.
Yeah, in the real videos, we're also like actually going through the game and doing different things. And even if we were like high level and doing a video where we're like, okay, now we try to do the Crucible. It's like, then it would be like challenging, and it would be like fucking difficult, and you'd be running around there, and be like, oh my god, I'm dying. But not gonna happen here.
Yay, cheese in the game.
All right, isn't that the last one?
I
think
think
it is.
so.
Yeah, so we're done. just about. Those 5 devotion points are going to let us get everything we need.
I was like, wait, why doesn't it work? And I realized you hadn't talked to the guy yet.
Yeah, we hadn't talked to the dude yet. There, now we got it. After 3, the 6th point costs like 6 devotion things or something. So the price actually goes up, which is part of the reason why we stop here. The other part is 5 is just enough to have everything we need by the time we finish 2nd difficulty, which goes normal, epic, ultimate, I think.
Sounds right. I see people talk about like ultimate viable builds when I'm looking for builds and stuff, so...
Yeah, this is the sort of game where, like, ultimate's really difficult. It's real challenging, so unless you have, like, a real build, you won't really be able to hack it. Oh man, you recorded like a minute of you fucking around on the menu?
I think we go back into the game. I think you come back in at some point here.
Okay.
I don't remember. I messed up the recording that we were trying to do live, and I assumed it was working, so I think we were talking about something at this point, and so I was keeping it in for that reason.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't bother to re-edit when I realized the recording didn't work, because encoding takes forever.
It does take forever, yeah.
So I was just like, fuck it. I don't care.
Whatever. At least we still we kept the game audio. We managed to fill 26 minutes and 44 seconds of dead air. What else do you want?
That's true. We made it work. You're keeping the dream alive.
Yeah. So I imagine that people who are watching this probably already watched video 1, or if you came and watched this before, what are you doing? Why don't you stop watching back at the first wave when I told you to stop watching? But yeah, we'll be back and play through the actual game and actually play Grim Dawn in a bit.